Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Wednesday, January 5th. Ian Cameron, Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, and pinch hitting, filling in for Wham today. It's Billy Briz in the house on a Wednesday, which is good. He gets to see
Jimmy
Nick Carter
Rollins
for a change. 11 games for Billy and crew today on this slate. So let's get to it. We'll start right at the top, as we always do, in rotation order. Philadelphia, Orlando. Sixers, 9.5-point road favorites, 213 the total. You know, and all things being equal, Sixers should probably drill this Magic team. Magic have been competitive the last couple. I don't want to completely rule that out, but tough losses to Chicago, Boston, back-to-back for the Magic on the road, now returning home. Not a spot necessarily that's the best one for them. Sixers coming off a drubbing of Houston, 133 to 113 in their last game. They're certainly getting a little bit more healthier, at least, although Tyrese Maxey looks like he's been downgraded to out for this game tonight for the 76ers. So there's going to be a little bit of influx now at the point guard spot, where apparently Furkan Korkmaz is going to take over the starting point spot with Curry, Green, Harris, and Embiid. Your starting five, of course, the Magic. Cole Anthony.
Furkan was out there though, man. Curry was running the point, man. They started moving that assist prop a little bit too high for my liking.
No, definitely. That's something worth pointing out for sure. As far as the Magic, Anthony, game time decision for him. Wendell Carter, also questionable right now with a non-COVID illness. I don't know if there's a difference these days, but nevertheless, non-COVID illness for Wendell Carter. You've got still a bunch. Jalen, the guys that have been out for a while are still out, as well, including Jalen Suggs. Maurice Bogner is, of course, out as well again for Orlando. They do have Mo Bamba back at least, but I would lean Sixers, but I don't know if they're healthy enough or trustworthy enough, laying 9.5 on the road. So backwood time for me. Dutch, Magic, Sixers.
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You know it's all love. Be sure to hit that like button. I got to hit that Cushman. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Also share the video on all social media platforms. You can retweet and share. We're muchly appreciated. Big shout out to our Sweaty Butcher, Razor Sharp Picks. I see you, my dude. Ray Charles, Dan Kelly, great calling the Grizz yesterday, man. I see you. You see, I have the rock that the Lakers had last night. You see, I'm trying to get that run good. I'm trying to get the stripes on my side too, like the Lakers. So I said, let me go ahead and wear this. Maybe I get, the refs on my side every game I bet.
That was a shit show
at
the end
like
of that
the
game, but that's
yeah, come on, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I woke up like, man, this shit ain't I don't know if it's for me today. And then I gotta look at 11 game card, like, what the fuck? I was ready to backward this whole bullshit after that fuckery. The fuckery was at an all-time high last night in LA. And if you disagree, that's some bull ass shit. And my man Ski, bro, I love you, bro. But he gonna text me, I told you so. Like, you motherfucker. Like, you on the Kings wrong side. The Kings were easily the side. They covered the first quarter, first half, and I don't know how the fuck they didn't cover that full game. But oh my God, if you watch the game, 24 seconds left, and I'm sorry, I gotta say it, but 24 seconds left, that how the fuck is that a jump ball? I still honestly am not over it, but I'm going to continue to smoke. And by 4 p.m. our time, I will be over. We'll be ready to rock and roll. But yeah, back with this motherfucker. Yeah, man.
There we go. Yeah, that was rough. If you had Sacramento plus 6.5, plus 7, plus didn't matter what number, because they ended up losing by 8. So nobody
highway robbery.
They had Sacramento. That was tough. That's a pretty painful one for those that had Kings last night. Skee, I assume you did not have the Kings last night. You had the over with me. I know that because you had the over in that game. That was the bet to make, in my opinion, in that game. What do you think here, Philly, Orlando?
Yeah, I'm right in line with Dutch. I don't want no parts of this game. I know Philly is the more rested team. I think it's their second game in 6 nights, 3rd and 4th for Orlando. So don't love, not having a real point guard, I guess, for Philly, but they got the rest advantage. I look at their road games, though, they're not really winning by that much margin. So I don't know. It's a tough game. I'm a backwood. But yeah, man, you should have rolled with that LA yesterday, Dutch. Should have had that hat on yesterday.
Bro, I can't believe
we got to hit the dono train.
You're better
we got
than
a big one here.
You're
Magellan Sports, $49.99. Thank you very much, man. Wow.
Shout out.
Milligan
That's pretty
Sports,
much compliment
that was
to Billy the
great
Kid, too. And
choo-choo indeed. Holy shit. Wow. $49.99.
He got paid off that Sacramento.
Yeah.
He did though. He's one that actually got paid off that Sacramento. If that's the cat that turned 1K into 7K, I believe. That's a beautiful.
Yeah, man. He had the 2 out of the 3-pack, man. The over 1.5 barns, the monk, and then he hit the other John.
Yeah, he was listening to you, Billy, for sure.
Halliburton,
and he's on that Halliburton, I believe, too, right? Yeah, with everybody
that
on
was
the
great.
show. So,
I wish he would have sent
beautiful
me the clip, man. I would have thrown a little 50 bone on his shit.
Now we mentioned Halliburton, on the show yesterday. Definitely. Thank you very much.
Don't
Better
be
shit
shy,
made
bro.
for me than I did. I got fucking
Appreciate
smacked
it.
on
That's
that
nice, though.
game,
Appreciate the
man.
love, though.
Dumbass had to live bet the game, and we had to get out the trenches, man. That was a crazy one, man. I had a fucked up night.
Crazy ending.
Yeah, I had a fucked up night.
All right, Billy, what do you think? Philly, Orlando?
Oh man, this one is everyone's saying backward. I get it. But let's go to the prop market for this one. I think the player key that we have on this one is going to be Tobias Harris in the revenge spot here in Orlando. Tobias does this thing, man. I'm a Sixer fan, and Tobias does this thing. He plays ass against good teams, and he plays good against bad teams. This would be a Tobias spot. Looked at the prop, and I was like, damn, 19.5, though. I ain't trying to really fuck with that. So we went over to my boy Fort Con Korkmaz. Korkmaz over 1.5 3-pointers, minus 150. They're leaving money on the table for this one, man. He's hit this prop 3 out of his last 4 games, and I expect him to be in the starting lineup for this one. Great matchup against Orlando. Fort Con Korkmaz is going to get the job done over 1.5 threes, minus 150, baby. Let's go.
All right, there he is. And again, you'd expect with his position on the roster tonight, more shot volume, more usage, all of that adds up maybe to him getting involved from a prop stand.
And I think that he's one of the players that wouldn't really figure to like get less minutes in a blowout, because this game could easily blow out. Orlando loses by 15.5 points at home. So, one of the worst home teams in the league, and understandably so. We talk about this all the time. You were in Orlando, would you go to Disney? Would you go to Orlando Magic's home game? I'm going to Disney.
I'm surprised you're not on the auto first quarter you be talking about, Billy. Hey, also,
that's
big
a
shout
home.
out to
That's a home.
$9.99.
That's a home.
No, appreciate you. That's
a home
house
thing, though. Yeah, because when they ring the bell, everybody gets all hype and shit for the first quarter, and then we end up blowing the game by the fourth quarter. So Sixers fans know it's early for us. Sixers first half or nothing.
All right, next up, we've got Detroit and Charlotte here. Charlotte 10.5 point home favorites, 228 the total here. Is this too many points? I mean, the Pistons, I don't know. The last 2 games, they've basically stormed out and beaten San Antonio, beaten Milwaukee, a stunner the other night, 115, 106. 17-point dog winning outright, biggest underdog win in terms of the underdog getting the most points this year, winning outright in the NBA was the other night with the Pistons getting it done against the Bucks. Still without some key pieces, though, when you're talking about Kelly Olynyk, Livers, Jeremy Grant, of course, still out for the Pistons. But I'll tell you what, Saddiq Bey, man, he had himself a game the other night, 34 points against the Milwaukee Bucks. Big reason and catalyst for the massive upset victory there in that game against the Bucks. Saddiq Bey was solid as well. Saddiq Bey was great. You saw Killian Hayes was solid as well. They've got Cade Cunningham back. I'm telling you what, this might be a few too many points for me. Charlotte, you look at them, they've lost 2 in a row. I'm looking at this as Detroit plus the points if I'm betting it. Skee, anything here? Pistons and Hornets.
I would be looking towards an over. Both teams playing at top 5 pace over the last 5 games, and kind of mediocre as far as the numbers are defensively. And I don't know. I just know it's going to be up tempo, and I trust Charlotte to score as long as Detroit can keep up a little bit. I think it gets up and over. The side, it's tough. Detroit off 2 wins. You don't see that often. Charlotte, I mean, it got to catch your eye when you see them 9.5 point favorite, because in my mind, when I see that, that means that they should be favored for a reason, because you're never going to see Charlotte minus 9.5. It's their 3rd game in 4 nights, and it's still minus 9.5. Maybe, Pistons just happy with that last win versus the Bucks and don't give a lot of effort tonight. So it just leans for me over in Charlotte.
Over in Charlotte, but just leans. By the way, for a double-digit favorite, Charlotte, they haven't been a double-digit favorite until tonight all season long. Whereas Detroit, as a double-digit dog this year, they're 8-4 against the spread, Detroit, as a double-digit dog. And like I say, the Pistons, we got to give them their due. The Spurs, and certainly what they did against the Bucks was magnificent. And Giannis played the other night, a great win for them. Just a few too many points. And Charlotte's not the kind of team I trust as double-digit chalk. What do you think?
You know
here?
what? My bad. I just wanted to say go for Cunningham, maybe points and rebounds or points, rebounds, assists, something like that. That's it.
All right, Cunningham props maybe. All right, Dutch, how about you here? Detroit, Charlotte.
Yeah, man. Melvin Davis, I see you, my dude. Yeah, shout out to JPZ, Zachary, 420 Fuego. I see you, bro. Yeah, man. This game's a clear motherfucking backwood. Y'all gave him enough. I'm hopefully Billy got something for this. I'm sure he does. Shout out to my guy Lit Picks. I see you, bro. But yeah, backwood this motherfucker.
All right, Billy, do you have anything?
Yeah, we're just waiting to see what this 5:30 East Coast report's going to come out with. PJ Washington, I guess he's coming out of COVID injury. I don't fucking know. He's listed as questionable, and that's upgraded to questionable. So that makes me think that he might or might not play. To be honest with you, I have no idea with the NBA nowadays. But if he were to miss, Mason Plumlee's been smashing of recent, and if Skee's saying this game's going to go over, we get Mason Plumlee in a revenge spot against his old team where, he probably got a little something in his heart. You going to go out there, crash the boards a little bit harder tonight, knowing that Detroit said, fuck you, and we're going to go with Luka Garza over your bitch ass. So we're going to rock with Mason Plumlee over 17.5 points, assist and rebounds, minus 125. That's if PJ Washington is going to be out, but that's the reason why you got to follow me over on Twitter, because that's one that I won't know until after this 5:30 East Coast report.
All right, we go to Houston, Washington now. We got the Wizards, 7.5 point home favorites, 230.5 the total. I'm just going to keep it simple. I've been riding Houston games over the total for a lot now. The other night, it took it against Philly. Really, all their recent games, I've been looking to bet this team over the total. Very fast paced, no defense whatsoever. I'm just riding it one more time here. Now I got 229. I didn't get the opener at 225. It had moved already up 4 points to 229. That's the number I got. And it's moved even further the few hours since I bet it, which is now 230.5 with it. But I still think it could find its way up and over that number. I mean, it's Houston's getting to the 230s with regularity right now, a lot of their games. So no side, just keep it simple over for me. Skee, what do you think here, Rockets and Wizards?
Yeah, I agree. Houston playing the third fastest pace over the last 5 games. Both teams bottom 5 defensively. Houston games reaching about 234 over the last 2 weeks. So I agree. Like it's moving in the right direction, and maybe it's where it should be now. Maybe it's still a little bit more room to go, but the only way to play it for the total is up and over. And the side, I don't want any part of what Houston is doing right now. I can't even keep track how many games they lost in a row, but I know they lose them by margin. And Washington, they've covered 5 of their last 6, and I think they can do it again here tonight. Also, better than that even, I like Kuzma rebounds. You can do 8.5 if you want. It's kind of juice. I sold to 9.5 for minus 108, and he's gone over that number 5 of the last 6 games. And Houston is a third worst rebounding team over the last 5 games. So I like it.
Yeah, I was leaning Washington. I figured 7.5. Do I want to let? Now I'm looking at Houston. Each of their last 8 games, they've lost each 8 straight, and the lightest margin of defeat was 9 points for Houston in those last 8 losses. So they've lost every one of their last 8 games by 9 points or more. So maybe there is a little bit of a wiggle room here for Washington to lay the points with them tonight. Certainly, I would agree. Wizards are nothing, and they still might be able to get this one by double digits here. Dutch, Rockets, and Wizards.
Yeah, man. H-Town bringing them stats. Good shit, too, bro. Do good. Yeah, man. There's your shout out, bro. All you got to do is just pump me up a little bit. I get you some. Nah, salute, my dude. Yeah, I agree with both of what y'all said, to be honest with you. The Rockets, this is a fade of the Rockets. I'm not mad at the over. I expect a lot of points here, but we're going to fade the Rockets. They're 1-5 ATS, last 5 on the road. Touch on a little bit. They've been allowing 126 points per game. Now they're 0-8 ATS, in that span, and their average losses by 15 points per game in that 8-game span. So they're 0-8 ATS against the number and straight up. 0-4 ATS last 4 in DC. And on the other side here, we got the Wizards. I mean, they've been playing actually decent basketball. Lost against Chicago, but was a tough, good game they played. And then of course, beating Charlotte in a tough game where they got down. Were up, got down, gave up a big lead, got down big, and then came back. I'm not mad at anything with Kuzma. That motherfucker's playing out of his mind since he's free from LA. So I would look the Wizards 6-1 against the number the last 7 and 3-1 ATS last 4 at the house. The number's a little bit big for Wizards, but I think it's big for a reason.
Agree. I think it's definitely Washington or pass here. And by the way, I don't like the situation with Houston. Not only are they bad, they're not winning. They're getting blown out. They're not playing defense. You got these malcontents now. Kevin Porter Jr. and Christian Wood not going.
Do you even think Christian Wood even plays tonight for real? Because if
I
you
know,
remember,
like he refused to go into a game.
Before they got suspended, Kevin Porter Jr. in the same exact halftime, I guess, whatever the fuck the coach said that day, he must have said the wrong thing because Kevin Porter threw he didn't throw the food this time, but he didn't verbally abused him or whatever, walked out of the arena, and then Christian Wood didn't want to sub in for the second half. Then they get suspended against a game in Philly. We smack Philly. And then now it's the game against Orlando. Like, is Christian Wood even going to play? Like, he's listed active, but, like, is he going to sub in? Because, like, he verbally said
he's available to play, but is his coach going to say, all right, you're up? And is he actually get on the floor and fucking play? We don't know. Yeah. That's what you're dealing with these two guys, Wood and Porter. Yeah. That's another reason to fade Houston. It's a combustible bad situation.
Throw some money on the Wizards right now.
Yeah, it's a bad situation.
Ian Smith, that's some funny shit.
It's
what's all this talk about Drake freestyle in the chat? Did I miss something about Little Drizzy?
No, that I freestyle better than Drake, which is true. Well, thank you very much.
Cabano, don't get this conversation started.
Oh, man. Only females listen to Drake, bro. Come on now.
Yeah. Drake is Drake does too much of the singing rap for me. It's not the way we did it.
That would be you, bro. If you were a rapper, that's how you would be. You'd be singing. You would not be rapping. You'd be singing.
No, I'd
be Jack Harlow on that shit.
No,
Ian got bars.
I got bars.
Jack Harlow. I said Jack Harlow.
Las Vegas. Wait till maybe if I join everybody in San Antonio in a few months there for the big pub event that's going to happen. Look out. This guy's going to bring the heat.
We're going to get Ian in the studio.
That's right. Yep. No, it's if I know the song and I know the lyrics, look out, and I can just focus. I'll give you a good show. I'll tell you that right now. San Antonio, Boston. We've got Boston 7.5-point home favorites. 223.5 the total. Really is hard to back San Antonio right now. They're pretty gutted in terms of who they're who's not in the lineup. Although it looks like we might see it. Yeah, it is back. It looks like DeJounte Murray here. So that's good news potentially here for the Spurs. And they've missed him badly. You see the way they've played the last few games. They get blown out by the Raptors last night. They lose to Detroit in overtime, blown out by Memphis. So they've kind of fallen back the last few games. But boy, if they have Murray back and it's looking like he's trending toward playing tonight, that changes things a little bit. Now it is back-to-back. For San Antonio. Boston does have the rest advantage and rest of 2 full days following an overtime win against Orlando. So that's definitely a significant advantage here for the Celtics. But Murray being back is definitely a good thing for the Spurs because they've sort of been lost at times without him defensively too, because see what they've done lately. They've been giving up big points the last couple of games, which has not been good either for this team. I would lean over here, 223.5. If Murray comes back, maybe a small lean to the Spurs, but I just don't know if them on the back-to-back, Boston with 2 days off, it's definitely a better situation scheduling-wise for Boston. So maybe just a small bet for me over the total. I'll probably stay off the side in this one. Skee, do you have any thoughts here with the Spurs Celtics?
Yeah, earlier, I was leaning towards the Celtics without Murray. Spurs have just been playing really bad. Lost, 4 games in a row, and Boston has won a couple. And Boston is the more rested team, 2 days rest compared to Spurs just played yesterday. So it's the only way I can look is to back the Celtics, but don't love it as much with Murray back in the lineup.
It was an absolute difference maker, no doubt, for the Spurs. That's why trepidation now that it looks like he's going to be on the court for the Spurs tonight. Dutch, San Antonio, Boston.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Don Mack. Dan Kelly said this is a big, coaching mismatch. That's very true. Viper with the good stat as well. Not looking to Boston. That's why I look at the game though. Like San Antonio beat them earlier. When Boston was favored in San Antonio. I look at this game as I think it's real sharp. Actually, I think there's no way I would bet San Antonio, to be honest with you. But laying big points with Boston ain't my thing. So I look at it and I say, look, what can we look at? They got a lot of cash back. Tatum, all these dudes are playing again. So would that affect them in a negative way? I don't know. It's hard to say. It would, but we've seen it. But I look at Jaylen Brown over 2.5 threes, minus 105. Last two games, he's got 8 total threes. Struggled a little bit, but we were eating off of this a lot. They actually juiced it up to 3.5. Now it's back down with everybody back in the lineup. But one thing that doesn't change is he still chucks. He's attempting 9 to 10 threes a game. He went over this number in the only meeting they had this year. I would look for that to continue. Jaylen Brown will be chucking it, and we'll look for him to get at least 3 threes tonight.
Yeah, the more I look at it, I think the over, especially with Murray back, is not a bad bet. Nobody's playing more possessions per game the last 3 to 5 games than San Antonio. So keep that in mind. 108.8 possessions per game for them in the last 5 games. So
I know fucking Drake.
Yeah, with Murray back, I think the total might be the way to go here. Billy, what do you like here? Spurs Celtics.
Circling back to what Dutch was saying, man, I actually don't. I'm right there with you, bro. I don't understand the line movement. Like, do I really want to lay it with the Celtics? Not really. But why is more money coming in on the Celtics with Murray coming back? I don't know, man. I was forced gun in my head. I would probably take the plus 7.5, but there's no gun in my head, so I'm not betting that shit. So for this one, kind of like Derek White earlier in the day, Murray's back, kind of off the Derek White stuff. You got it. San Antonio's on the slate. You know what to do. Just a little sprinkle on that Jakob Puddle double, plus 200. And then circling back to the last game, Bradley Beal over 8.5 assists, minus 130. Makes no sense. To be honest with you, his double prop was minus 110. But if that is inclining that he's going to get a double, then why is his assist only at 8.5 at minus 130? So Bradley Beal assist over 8.5, one of my favorite props of the day. And then, like Skee was saying in that Wizards game, he was talking about the Kyle Kuzma rebounds instead of taking the rebounds prop. You can get that Kyle Kuzma double today. A little bit of plus money on that. Get a little juices going because he gets over to 9.5 rebounds. His ass is definitely going to shoot the shit out the basketball. So instead of giving you a backwood, we're going to circle it around. If you want to get a little sprinkle, get that Jakob Puddle double.
All right, good stuff. We almost have 300 viewers already and just 20 minutes or so into this edition of the NBA Pub. So thank you very much for that. Hit the like button. Make sure you get on that. We appreciate it. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Golden State, Dallas. Special night. Dirk Nowitzki will have his number retired tonight in Dallas for this. But prior to this game, the Warriors, 4.5-point road favorites, 214 the total in this one. Dallas, we'll give them credit. They've won 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5. You could say the schedules come up light. Portland, Sacramento, Oklahoma City. Last win was good, though, 103-89 against Denver. Nice win for them there in that game. Golden State, back-to-back wins against Utah and Miami. Miami's really depleted right now, but still a solid win for the Warriors there. Of course, Klay Thompson recovering from the torn ACL. He's on his way back, and probably by this weekend, we're going to be seeing him back on the floor for the Golden State Warriors. So lots to be excited about in terms of the impending return of Klay Thompson. It's a tricky game. I think Golden State, it kind of feels like it's a number I'd be considering laying with Golden State. I think they're definitely the better of these two teams, but can't underestimate the emotion of the night in Dallas. They're basically retiring the number of a legend, the best player in Dallas Mavericks history, Dirk Nowitzki. I don't know if there's always that thought that the team has that let's win on the night that we see a legend getting his number retired, but you'd think Dallas definitely wants to put a good foot forward here and a good showing on the court for this special night. So I'm going to pass, lean Golden State. What do you think here with this one, Skee? Golden State, Dallas.
First of all, if you like Dallas, I think you should bet them first half. They are, I think, 8-2 the last 10, and Golden State is 3-7. And I don't like Dallas, but I'm just saying for those who, I get it. Dirk's celebration, everything, I get it. I just think you get in and get out. It's Dallas' third game in 4 nights. Golden State slightly more rested here. I'm not the guy, like I already said, I'm not betting against Golden State anymore. I'm just not. So I look at the total. Dallas playing at the slowest pace in the league the last 5. Golden State 24th, both top 10 defensive rated teams. I don't understand why the line moved up so much. Like I think it's more of an under type game.
Same.
I can see without Porzingis, they could just, I mean, they're just gonna focus on Luka, and Warriors are a good defensive team. So if you only got to focus on one guy, I think it's gonna be less points for the Dallas side, and I will lean Golden State.
95. That's the number of possessions for Dallas games, the last 3. That's very low for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
That is dead last in the NBA, just the last 3 to 5 games in possessions. They are a snail.
Y'all talking that good shit, man.
Right
y'all
now.
Talking that good shit. Because I thought I was off some exotic backwood when I thought I was gonna bet this shit.
Well, you still have a chance to change your mind in a couple minutes. Dutch, you first though. Golden State, Dallas. What do you like, if anything?
Yeah, man. Big shout out to THC RZA and our guy Alex Ramirez. I see you, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. This is a real tough game for me. I'm with Skee. There ain't no way I'm fading fucking the Warriors. No bueno. No. I don't do that. I look for take advantage of betting them, and I think, man, they getting their boys back. Draymond's out there. Poole's back. They got Peyton, playing good. I don't know if the Mavericks are really on their level, to be honest with you. But the more I think about it, the numbers going down a lot of. I mean, maybe this number is pretty sharp. But yeah, I think the Warriors should be the play here. To be honest with you, there's levels to this shit, and Dallas Mavericks are not on Golden State Warriors level. It's plain and simple. Luka, I mean, he can play with Curry, but the rest of them boys, I don't believe so. And of course, let's not forget they're missing a big piece of the team right now. With KP, the little pony out, who's been playing really good basketball. Now the 0-5 ATS Mavericks last 5 at the house versus a team with a winning record. The Warriors are 4-1 ATS last 5. And what I see here is they're 25th in rebounding the Mavs. So they actually got out rebounded by 19 to the Nuggets and still won that game, surprisingly. That kind of tells you about the Nuggets a little bit. But I don't believe you're getting one of the best top 10 rebounding teams in the league with the Warriors. Last meeting actually in the Bay, Dallas put it on them, beat them by 30. Curry was out there, everybody was out there. I think they'll remember that a little bit too. Draymond played, Dallas was showboating a little bit there in the Bay, dropped a 30 piece on them. So I would look for the Warriors if you want to bet this game from a side perspective, but I do believe the number is pretty sharp. I would only bet the Warriors, and I might get there. But when I was looking into it, I agree with what Skee had touched on a little bit, that they have to stop Luka. And the Warriors are, a very talented team at what they do. So they will focus on stopping Luka, which I believe will be able to take advantage of his assists. Got a lot of people around him, that can make down open shots. So Luka has, since he's been back, he's been averaging 12.5 assists per game in the 2 games, double digits in both. Last 2 meetings, averaging 9.5 assists versus these boys. So we're going to go over 8.5 assists at plus 115, averaging 8.8 assists a game. And I believe they will look to contain his scoring, which will free up a lot of open shots for others. And double digits assists will come very easily for my man Luka Doncic tonight.
Yeah, Mark in the chat said something about the triple-double plus 550. I don't hate that look. I don't, because you look at the last 3 games, 27, 9, and 9, 14, 9, and 10, 21, 8, and 15. I mean, you can't get much closer to a triple-double than that without actually getting it in the last 3 games for Luka. So I
was looking at that. Russ left my bad, Ian. I was just saying, Russ left a salty taste in my mouth last night, only getting fucking 2 assists with that triple double. So I did see it. It is appealing, and I definitely wouldn't be mad at a little tequila money on Luka Doncic triple double.
Nothing wrong with a little sprinkle here, and at plus 550, like this guy has been this close to a triple double 3 in a row, and fell short of getting it in each of the last 3 games. And he'll be fired up, on Dirk night to have a big night probably for Dallas. All right, Billy, what do you think here? Warriors, Mavs.
Going back to what Skee was saying, man, I'm feeling the under vibes in this one too, but I didn't really want to bet under in a Steph Curry game. So I'm looking. I haven't placed a ticket yet. One to talk to you guys before I officially place it. Under team total 105.5, Dallas Mavericks minus 120. I haven't projected at 102.5. Like their implied team total. So I thought there was 3 points of value. Usually I don't fuck around with team totals. I was seeing the same shit Wayne was seeing on Tuesday with the Pelicanos. So as Dutch would say, the Pelicanos. So I don't know. Do you guys like the under team total 105.5 minus 120? Am I in my trip?
I don't mind it. I like it.
Because I think I don't want to. Usually when I take unders on team totals, I usually want to take them in the first half. But with this, the Vinsky shit. I'm not trying to fuck with that. I'm trying to fuck with the full game variant. So I don't know, man. I'm good. I'll tweet everything out, but don't be surprised if you see Dallas Mavericks team total under on my Twitter card later.
There you go. Liking the Mavericks team total under, Billy, with this one. All right, Brooklyn, Indiana. Brooklyn, 8.5-point road favorites, 224.5 the total. I'm going to be quick here because we still got a lot of games left. I'm on Brooklyn first half, full game, smash spot. They're actually better on the road, in my opinion, than they are at home lately. Look what they did against the Clippers, the Lakers, Pistons, Hawks. They've been a great road team, 4-0 straight up ATS, last 4 on the road, where they've been terrible at the house lately at Barclays Center. That wine and cheese crowd, I keep telling you about it. It's just not a great home court, I think, for Brooklyn. They get on the road. They're off 3 losses. I don't think there's any mercy for this struggling Indiana team. Kyrie Irving's big return tonight. I actually like Irving's prop over points because, look, for Steve Nash, you can play him tonight. No restrictions. You don't play again, or he's not going to play again for a while, again, until Monday after tonight. So
I thought they played Friday against Milwaukee on ESPN.
They do, but I think they're going to give him some days off, games off. I think the plan Nash said was going to give him up till Monday off.
Is it in New York? He's not allowed to play in the games in New York, right?
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
That's right. That's also that's the reason. Yeah, because of the issues right there. So that's why he's going to be just playing on the road. He'll play tonight. He'll play the next game on Monday. So there's no reason to hold him back.
Damn! Yeah, you're not lying. My bad, dude. I was.
Yeah. Can't play at home right now with the vaccination status for him being what it is. But so I like Kyrie over his points tonight, and I like Brooklyn -5 first half and full game -8.5. So that's what I like. Skee, what do you think here? Nets Pacers.
Yeah, I like the Nets too. Ain't no way in hell I'm putting a cent on Indiana Pacers. They stink. They not until they get some new players, change their coach. I've been saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Never bet the Pacers. That's how I feel. You got Kiefer Sykes, Dwayne Washington Jr. going up against Kyrie and James Harden. Come on, man. They got no guards in Indiana tonight. It's the wrong game. And Brooklyn's off 3 losses. Like, this is where they come to shine. Kyrie's going to play a lot of minutes tonight, according to Nash.
Yep.
And I think they win by margin. I think this should be double digits.
Yeah, I agree. First half, full game. Indiana's just horrible right now. And actually, Kiefer Sykes has played all right. He's actually played really good, but is he going to keep this up? He's played New York. He's played Cleveland. He's played Chicago, Charlotte. I mean, this is going to be a step up in class for him against that backcourt of the Nets, which is by far going to be the toughest challenge for him during this little stint with Brogdon out. He's had to take the point spot. Well, now he's really going to be facing a challenge tonight with Brooklyn on the other side. Dutch, Nets, and Pacers.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to our guy OG Wham in traffic, smashing and dashing. I see you, dude. We'll see you tomorrow. This game, I love everything y'all saying. I'm right with you. This is the Nets spot. I mean, not only do we fade the Pacers here, but we're getting the Nets probably, honestly, in the best spot we've got them all year, to be honest with you. For 3 losses, they got Kyrie back. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Kyrie looked like he'd been on like a fucking vegan, I don't know what the fuck, eating peas and peanut diet. He don't look out of shape. He looked in. He'll be ready to go. Probably drop. I mean, as many minutes as he get, he's probably going to get the points. I was looking at KD because I really wanted to go hard on KD tonight, but Kyrie coming back affects that a little bit, and that's probably why it's down to 27.5, and we're getting good juice on it. He's played his probably worst game of the year last time out, 8 of 24, -23. And if you watch the game in the third quarter, he
we got issues, technical difficulties here with Dutch. All right, Billy, what do you got? Brooklyn, Indiana.
Damn, just throw me right back into the fire, huh? I kind of like the Nets money line as a parlay piece. I usually don't like doing that shit, but untracked shit, we're gonna end up parlaying the Nets today. But on a different side note, what am I doing with this Kyrie Irving stuff, man? The guy is over points, rebounds, and assists at 26.5. But that's more inclined of like, what do you think? Do you think he goes over on his points? Because if he goes over on his points, I think he gets to peripheral stats.
I think he's going to put up a lot of shots tonight. That's why I like the points for more than anything else with Kyrie Irving tonight.
Okay, so fire it up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Babano. I was getting the Babano approval because you said you like the points, but I like the points, rebounds, and assists just in case if he does go fucking cold. You can, maybe get some rebounds, get some assists. The Pacers are trash, and Dutch, I apologize for yesterday. You was right. You was right. Sabonis
Yeah, Sabonis got his comeuppance.
Classic though. I was like, oh,
all right,
man,
Dutch,
I had
finish
to
what you were
sit through
saying there
this.
about the Nets. You're on the Nets, right?
Yeah, man, I'm on the Nets big time. 4-0 ATS last four meetings in Indiana, 4-1 ATS last 5 overall, and they're 5-0 straight up in the last 5 meetings. Like I mentioned, we're getting the Nets off of the best spot this year. I want to load up on KD, but I don't know. This game might be over at halftime. To be honest with you, Kyrie coming back is going to affect that. 4-0 against the number last 4 on the road. The Nets are 6-1 ATS on the road. Versus a team with the winning home record, which the Pacers do. But if we touched on the pace before, they've only beaten two teams at home with a percentage above 500. Clear fade here of the Indiana Pacers. This should be a 15 to 20 point lead by third quarter. Load up on Brooklyn.
All right, there we go. Next up, Oklahoma City and Minnesota. We've got the, by the way, thank you for the dono. We got another one here, $14 from Darren Holmes. There we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 337
Man,
live
appreciate
viewers.
you.
Holy shit. Hit the like button.
Yeah,
We appreciate it. Great turnout. OKC, Minnesota, 9-point home favorites, 217.5 the total in this one. Tough spot for Minnesota. They're home off a road trip, laying 9. Oklahoma City scrappy, and Minnesota could have both D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns back. Of course, they've missed the last few games. They're going to go through shoot around. If both of them feel well enough to play, they'll be starting tonight. So potential to have both of those guys back. But OKC scrappy, and it's not a great spot for Minnie. So yeah, I was probably looking at Minnesota initially, but I still would lean that way. But now I'm not laying 9 off the road trip. It's going to be a backwood. I'm going to stay off it. What do you think here, Skee? OKC, Minnesota.
I think I like this game. I mean, I don't really like this game a lot, but if I had to play it, it's tough with D'Lo coming back because he's gonna make the offense better. But when I look at it, neither offense has really been good lately. Both top 10 defensive rated teams. Thunder, their games are averaging more like 206 points over the last 2 weeks, and I just think it's a little bit high. They're playing both teams a little faster than I would like to bet the under, but that's the way I would have to play this game.
All right, lean into the under. Don't ask, don't tell. $10 dono. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. Thank you for the love. Dutch, how about you here? Thunder and Wolves.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Don't ask, don't tell. Much love, my guy. I thought Ian might hit you with the yeah, man, for that, but nah. Yeah, this game up back with this motherfucker. I said enough on the last one. Yeah.
All right, Billy, how about you? OKC Mini.
I don't do this often, man. I always try to come with something, but man, this is fuck this game. Backwood up. Not even a backwood. This isn't even a backwood. This is a Swisher Sweet, some shit that like some beginner shit. Like, damn, man, this is what you smoking. I ain't trying to smoke with you no more.
Yeah, it's. I agree. I think it's an ugly.
That's
ugly
the young
game.
in. That's the
Nothing.
young in him.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. Ian.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Nah,
right,
there's something wrong. You ain't smoking no Swisher Sweets around me, man. Swisher Sweets and Black and Mild.
Before I fire up backwood.
Nah,
Yeah.
Swisher Sweets, Black and Mild, out the room.
Yeah, SGA over 24.5 points, Ray Charles. If I were to bet something, that makes sense to me. He's got to be the catalyst offensively for the Thunder, no question. All right, Toronto Raptors, Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee 3.5-point home favorites, 220.5 the total. The big news here is no Giannis tonight for the Bucks. He's out. It's not delivery. It's DiVincenzo's out. Jordan Nwora is out as well. Brook Lopez still out. So the big one, though, Giannis not playing. This is a backwood for me because Toronto is a great back-to-back team. For years, they've been good against the spread on a back-to-back. They've been very good in that situation. They already beat Milwaukee this year without Giannis in the last meeting, 97-93. But Milwaukee off a loss and a loss to the lowly Pistons, even though they're without Giannis, I'd expect them to bring a good effort tonight. So I'm going to stay off it here. Toronto does, like I say, have good ATS numbers on a back-to-back, and they're healthy now, like Barnes and Anunoby and Siakam. I say ride Fred VanVleet again over points. Cash easily last night. Fred VanVleet is
Fred Van elite.
Yeah, elite right now for the Toronto Raptors. He's playing like it at the moment. So that might be the way to go. VanVleet props. Lean slightly Toronto, but I'm going to probably not take them here in the back-to-back. What do you even though they got good numbers in that spot. What do you think, Skee, Toronto, Milwaukee?
I don't think he's going to be looking too elite tonight. I'll rock with Drew Holiday. I think he'll be play a little bit of defense in there. So
he don't want to see Drew.
Yeah. No Giannis too. Drew Holiday props though.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Ski.
Yeah, and Raptors, they played yesterday. It's their third game in 4 nights. These Bucks got a little bit of rest. You bring the spread down to where the Bucks just got to win. I'm thinking about taking the Bucks here, and then the total. And I know, I should like it more when Ian says he don't like the Raptors or he's backwoodding it because that means it's for a reason.
Yeah.
When I look at the total, I was liking it over. Obviously, you lose some pace without Giannis. I look at both teams' last 5 games, top 10 in pace, and not really that great defensively. So, Bucks games, like last 2 weeks, I think are averaging more like 231, and I think the Raptors are more like 227 over the last 2 weeks. So, I think 221 is a little bit too low.
Yeah, Raptors have gone over the total like crazy. 8 straight to the over for Toronto coming into tonight. So tough to bet under at the moment with this team. They're playing with pace. Their defense hasn't been terrible, but they're scoring. They got all their offense back with all the guys returning from COVID. So that's why there's been some overs lately for them. Dutch, what do you think? Toronto, Milwaukee.
Yeah, man. Touch on the Van Fleet thing. Yeah, he had 29. He did have 29 earlier in the season against him. Man, Holiday was on the court. But if he's playing them, then I don't like it. But if Holiday's not around him, then I ain't mad at it. But I'm not touching that. I'm actually going the other side. I locked in Drew Holiday over 17.5 points, -110. Love this look. Been eating really of late. Went over this number in 4 straight, 6 out of the last 7. Last meeting in Toronto, he had 26, 8, and 6. 10 and 19 from the field. I know we passed the holidays, but Drew gonna get off tonight. Believe it.
All right, Billy, how about you here? Bucks and Raptors.
They caught me slipping, Babano. They caught me slipping. I should have bet the Drew Holiday shit before Giannis came out, and I ended up, today's Wednesday. Century Tournament Champions was tomorrow and stuff like that. Make sure you check that out on the channel. And they caught me slipping.
Show, you're right.
And yeah, they caught me slipping, man. I was betting golf this morning.
What's
and
the
stuff.
number at now?
It's 21.5 at -105. Then I started looking at the points and rebounds. That's 26.5. And then points, rebounds, and assists would probably be the only way that I would go. But to be honest with you, we'll talk about it a little bit later, man. I think we gonna have a little party down there in South Beach.
Yeah, definitely. Atlanta, Sacramento. Atlanta, 2-point road favorites, 235 the total. I'm backwooding the hell out of the side in this game. I don't know how the hell you lay points with Atlanta on the road, and I don't know how you take Sacramento, especially back-to-back in a crushing loss, fought their guts out, and they ended up not only losing, failed to cover in painful fashion against the Lakers last night. So it's not a good spot for them either. The total's been hammered up, and I can't say don't bet an over with these two teams right now. I mean, look at the Hawks. They gave up 136. They let Anthony Simons go postal on their ass the other night. Anthony Simons, 43 points. They got 56 out of Trae Young, and they still lost the game. The defense is miserable. There's just something wrong with Atlanta. They got comments from the GM today talking about maybe I shouldn't have kept this team together. How do you say that publicly? My God, man. I mean, you talk about just pissing off your whole player, your roster.
They've really been healthy this year.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's talking about how he shouldn't have kept this team together, but look who's been out. Like, that's why you've been struggling, man. Do you see your roster? Do you see that you don't have Reddish and Collins and that, Bogdanovich has been out for a long period of time and so many of your key players got
And back in the day, dog, Cam Reddish in high school used to be regarded as like one of the best players in the country. Like, he was a big piece to that team.
I think he must think that his team's like fully healthy and they're playing like this. And he's saying this in spite of the fact they've been without key players and impact players for weeks on this team. So that's the kind of thing that's a head scratcher that the GM of the Hawks would say something like that.
No Bogdan tonight either.
No, to me, this is two teams. You cannot touch them with a 10-foot pole right now. Hawks or the Kings. I would only bet over if I were to bet it. What do you think here, Skee? Hawks, Kings.
Man, y'all got to know what to do with this game by now, man. Come on now. Halliburton over assists. Every single game until it gets up to 10.5. I'm taking it. It's simple. That's it.
That's it. We've been talking about that,
bro. Yep. 8.5 for real.
Still, maybe because it's a back-to-back, they didn't, increase it, but still.
I saw 9.5, but if you get 8.5, man,
8.5 at BetMGM right now.
Yeah. BetMGM over here sucks. They don't even have no props out yet. But if they open it 8.5, I'm gonna take it again.
All right, Dutch. How about you? Atlanta, Sacramento.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Darren Holmes with the $14 dono. Another one. We appreciate you, bro. He said Holiday gave him that Reggie pack back in the day. And I'd expect better from Holiday coming from Cali. He should be out that good, bro. But yeah, man, if you wanted to bet this game, I was looking at it. It's a backward for me. But if you want to bet it, you can bet Clint Capella over rebounds. You probably get this high. It's up there. But, I'm not fucking with this shit.
All right, Billy, how about you? Are you fucking with this shit here, Atlanta, Sacramento?
Why'd you say it like that, man? You sounded like I was getting in trouble if I don't pick something in this game. But
Well, I bring some. I like doing the Dutch speak every now and then. Get you right where you need to.
that
be.
was a bad one. That was a bad one. That sounded like a parent yelling at their kid type impression. But John Collins is gonna be out for this one, so I'm kind of liking Clint Capella over 28.5 points and rebounds. It was 29.5 in the last game. He covered it so easily. He covered it midway through the third quarter. I think I'm gonna go back down that route, and I want to see what to do with this Halliburton stuff because his double still at plus money, and that don't make sense to me. Plus 145.
All right, good
I would
stuff.
say,
All right,
hey, real quick, because the past 2 games he ain't been getting no points, bro. Fox just want to shoot everything.
Hawks,
Hey, Halliburton can't shoot, bro.
Look at the
Halliburton
Hawks.
can't shoot.
Hey, you
Look at
cutting up,
the
Dutch.
Hawks backcourt. Trey Young, DeLon Wright,
I get it, but I'm just
Kevin
saying, like,
Herter. Halliburton's got to find the back of the bucket soon. It might be tonight against the fucking Hawks because, man,
Yes.
that defense looked trash backcourt wise.
yeah, you're giving up what the 30 spot to Anthony Simons the other night.
Yeah,
absolutely
like Anthony
atrocious.
Simons is out here looking like he's back at IGM Academy.
Yeah, that was not good the other night from the Atlanta Hawks. You're right. This could be a night where you see some scoring too from let me see Halliburton in terms of attempts. Is he still getting 10 the last game, but only 7 points? And then he had 6 the game
Ugly ass
before
jumper,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
Ugly ass
I'm
jumper.
saying.
Ski.
ever since, yeah, it's ugly, but go in just like mine. But
He didn't go in last night.
We'll see in San Antonio
No,
in March if that's gonna go in.
oh,
Go ahead, go
don't
ahead.
play, man. All right, don't. We gonna see, Billy. You gonna see. Hey, but I forgot. Now you get me excited. I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah, because Halliburton, he keep his elbow. I was like, man, this was jumper so ugly, bro. Like it was short every night, every time last night too. Like you trying to bust on Fox. Fox the only motherfucking reason they was in that bitch.
Man, I had the double on Halliburton last night, and I was like, what the fuck, man? So, I got to go back to it tonight. He owed me some bread, man. If I saw him, I would say that shit to his face, too. Fuck a pitcher.
Miami, Portland. We got
It's a
Miami
fucking
2-point
There
road
you go.
favorite, 215.5 the total. I'll be brief here. Miami. I think this is the right time to get on this Miami side tonight. Portland is, I know Portland won the other night, 136-131, but Atlanta is just in shambles at the moment. Miami's off back-to-back losses. I know they're still very much shorthanded. Jimmy Butler's out. They're still without, of course, Bam Adebayo, Dedmon, among others, but I think they can still have enough to power through this Portland team without Lillard still, without McCollum still, not playing any defense. I like Miami here. Skee, Heat, Blazers.
Yeah, I'll be quick too. 3rd game in 4 nights for the Heat. 2nd game in 5 days for the Blazers. I'm not gonna be playing, but if I was, you know which way I'm going.
Rest advantage.
I know you
for
ain't
the,
betting them fucking Blazers.
But the rest
Yeah, Don
advantage
Mac,
is
I
there
do
for them.
live in the moment. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead, Ian.
How about you, Dutch? Miami, Portland.
Yeah, Halliburton been nice, but that shit was ugly as fuck last night. That's all I remember, Don Mac. So but yeah, back with this motherfucker.
I actually like Heroes prop too
Come on, Big
tonight.
Show.
Points in this game. This is
Yeah, I
the
know
time.
you-
Like,
yeah,
Follow me
I
on
would've said
Twitter,
that,
baby.
but Billy
You know
got
the
it.
kid tweet of the day,
Billy
baby.
got
You
it.
already know. Tyler Hero time, man. We going
23 and a
down with
half.
the
He can get
feet.
that against this piss poor Civ defense. Sign
Man,
me up.
fuck the bullshit. Jimmy Butler's out of this game. Tyler Hero, people be sleeping on his handles, bro. He can get it done in the peripherals. You got to take the points, rebounds, and assists, man. He's going to get the job done. He's going to get a lot of usage in this one. I don't know. The eye test for me for this one, I don't know if you've been seeing Kyle Larry a little bit, but he looking a little chunky out there on the floor, man. He's slowing up, man. They need to take the ball out of his hand and give the young gun Hero out there because he's making hits like Jack Harlow.
There you go. Yeah, I like over points. I like that too. I
Ooh.
sign off on that. The points, rebounds, and assists for Hero as well tonight in this game. He should have a pretty. He should fill the stat sheet tonight against the Blazers. 33 and a half points, assists, and rebounds.
Yeah, you're giving me a Tyler Hero prop with no Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. Man, this game was so crazy. I actually thought about betting the under on Robert Covington. That's how bad he's been playing.
Yeah, it's I agree. I think it's a good night for some hero props here in this game with Heat taking on the Blazers. All right, Utah Denver final game. It's a packed slate, 11 games. This is the final one here. Utah Denver. Utah 3-point road favorites, 223 the total. The Jazz after a 115-104 win against the Pelicans. Now they face Denver, who lost to Dallas 103-89 in their last game. These teams haven't played since October. Utah won that game 122-110. This is probably an over for me rather than either side. They just had a way of playing high scoring games, these two teams head to head. I mean, 6-2 over the total the last 8 head to head meetings between these two teams, 9-3 to the over the last 12 head to head meetings. Jazz have had a tougher time in Denver. This has kind of been a home court dominated series as well. Utah's won and covered a lot in Salt Lake. Denver's won and covered a lot here at home. So I'd lean Nuggets, but I like the over more. What do you think here, Skee, with Jazz Nuggets?
Yeah, I like Nuggets, but they've been, I don't know. I'm good on the Nuggets right now. Like, let me see you do a little something first, you know? But the reason I lean that way is just because, you know, I think some guys are going to be ruled out for Utah. Joe Ingles, health safety protocols. I think it's the first time Jazz are dealing with this all year. So that's why you see everybody on the report, because somebody's going to test for it probably. And we're just going to have to wait and see who it is. So I lean Nuggets for that reason.
Talking about Rudy Gobert, game time decision. Royce the 5'9", O'Neal, questionable. Bojan Bogdanovic, questionable as well. So keep an eye on that. Looks like Mitchell's going to play, but his was a back injury. It wasn't an illness. So Mitchell should be in there, but there's a bunch of others for the Jazz that may not suit up tonight. Dutch, how about you here? Jazz Nuggets.
Yeah, Eric Chain, I see you, my dude. I can dig it. Yeah, this game I feel a little different with the question marks. Obviously, I'll hold up a little bit, but I really like the Jazz here, to be honest with you. I believe everyone will go, and once I know that for sure, I'll pull the trigger here on Utah. 5-1 ATS last 6 on the road as favorites. 7-1 straight up last 8. They're 9-0 straight up last 9 on the road as well. 3-1-1 ATS last 5 meetings. Now, these two teams played October 26. The Jazz were +6 in the rebounds. I think that's going to be big tonight. They'll rebound. Obviously, Gobert needs to be out there, but I simply believe they're going to out-rebound these boys, and that's what's going to kind of be the difference. They also shot 52% in that game and only shot 30% from the three-point line, 12 of 39, and still handled them pretty easily. The bench outscored them. Another thing I think will be the difference in this is the rebounding in the bench. The bench outscored the Nuggets 42-13. I look for that to continue tonight. Obviously, we need the guys out there for Utah, but I just believe Denver's a fade, to be honest with you. I think we still expect them, and all that was when Michael Porter was in the lineup as well. Now they got, I don't know if Monte Morris is in. He was in there as well. A lot of question marks for Denver, but I just don't believe in him anymore right now. I love me some Joker, but after that, I don't really like what else I see. 1-5 ATS last 6 at the house, 2-4 ATS last 6 overall, and a 2-4 straight up last 6 versus the Northwest Division. I like Utah here. I just need to make sure the boys are going to be out there.
All right, Billy, we're quickly. What do you like here? Utah, Denver.
Pass.
There you go. That was quick. All right. We got best bets. We got Dutch's freshest look coming up. I believe we had 400 live viewers just a few minutes ago. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. The NBA pub up movement is growing. We got best bets, freshest look coming up next. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. There's Southtown 101. Manscaped promo code PubSports, 20% off using that code Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product. MyBookie.ag promo code PubSports. Great time of year. Sign up for an account. Use the promo code and the Pub Rub. $14.99, 2 for $25, pubsportsradio.com. All right, best bets, Dutch's freshest look, and we'll go right to net profit college basketball with Max and Connor right after us. Skee, we'll start with you. What do you like for best bet?
Real quick, shout out to Nutflush Allen and Caden and the Allen family. I wish I got to come to Santa Anita and hang out with you guys and do all that fun stuff you guys been doing. But I'll hang out with you guys soon. Hope everything is been going well. Best bet, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Y'all should know. Y'all should have woke up and bet it. Halliburton assist over. If you have 8.5, he's hit that 10 of the last 11. If I find an 8.5, I'll bet it again. But I took 9.5 at plus money, plus 112. He's hit that 8 of the last 11 games. So Halliburton, keep riding it.
All right, there you go. Halliburton over assists for Skee Profit best bet. Yeah, Dan Kelly, my bad. Thank you as well for the dono. We appreciate it. Sorry, I missed that. Dutch, freshest look.
Yeah, man, freshest look. We're going to Dallas. We're going with Luka motherfucking Don over 8.5 assists plus 115. He'll be dropping dimes like the thing to do. That's good money.
All right, there you go. Best freshest look there for Dutch. All right, Billy, best bet.
Yeah, Tuesdays for tacos, so we gave out the 2-pack. Wednesdays for the W, so we got to give out 2 winners. Bradley Beal over 8.5 assists, and the other prop we're going to go with is Tyler Hero over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 120. Gave that out earlier on Twitter.
All right, there we go. Best bet for me is going to be Brooklyn. I'm going to do Brooklyn first half full game. It's going to be a split best bet. So half of it's going to be on the first half, half of it's going to be on the full game. So Brooklyn -5 first half, Brooklyn full game -8.5. There you go. I think they steamroll Indiana tonight in the return of Kyrie Irving. So Nets first half full game for my best bet. Shout out to Nets Bets. I'm sure he's happy hearing that. Great stuff. Amazing. 382 live viewers now. We hit 400 earlier in the show. Let's keep the NBA Pub Hub movement going strong. We appreciate it. Hit the like button and stay tuned. We got net profit, college basketball, Maxwell Smart, Connor Mack coming up next. We'll see you again tomorrow for Skee Profit, Dutch Boy Fresh, and Billy Briz. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Wednesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on Thursday for another NBA Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man, you know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video if you can. Hey, yo, real talk, let's dodge this fuckery. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.